Today for Full Album Friday, we're gonna go back to 1978 to look at the Buzzcocks' amazing record, Another Music in a Different Kitchen. There are certain bands that the moment one of their songs begin, you know exactly who it is playing, and the Buzzcocks are pretty near the top of that list. The way that they approach punk rock is absolutely one of a kind, as their tone and energy and overall sound can't be mistaken for anybody else. That's largely because few other bands have been able to strike down the idea of punk rock being devoid of melody as brilliantly and as perfectly as the Buzzcocks. And more than 35 years later, the songs are just as addictive as ever. But don't think that because they have a melody to them, they're not as confrontational or as edgy as other punk rock bands, because that is not true. They just managed to find the ideal balance all across this album. It's the unique rhythms that you find here and the way that they almost clash with the guitar lines that really make the Buzzcocks so special. And they're just the sort of songs that never get old. Now, they had recorded a number of great singles before this album, but on this record, they're in a brand new musical space, as this is their first outing since Howard Devoto left the band to go form Magazine. But Pete Shelley fills the role perfectly, and Steve Diggle's guitar work is just fantastic. While this band can easily rip and roar with the best of them, it's the control that they show at every turn, and it's the way that they refuse to sacrifice melody or mood just for the sake of being loud or aggressive. And this is what makes the Buzzcocks one of the best gateways to punk rock for people who aren't already into punk rock. You've got songs like Fast Cars, I Don't Mind, You Tear Me Up. This is just filled with great tracks from beginning to end. Lyrically, this album is also massively impressive, as the band takes hilariously subtle shots here and there on every song. But due to the power of the music, a lot of the time it's the lyrics that get overlooked. Be sure to pay special attention because there are a ton of awesome one-liners on almost every track. This is just an album everyone needs to know. The energy and the pace are through the roof, and the overall quality and sound is something everyone can get into. So if somehow you don't have a ton of the Buzzcocks in your collection already, especially this album, make sure you change that right now. Thank me later.